Well, this next report will, or at least should, unglue you. Later this month, the panel is meeting to talk about ways to prevent fraud, waste, and abuse of stimulus funds. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it, right? Well, it does until you hear more. Join us live, Byron York. He's the chief political correspondent for the Washington Examiner. This one should unglue everybody. Tell the American people about this one.
Well, it's a panel that was created by the Stimulus Act. It's called the Recovery Independent Advisory Panel. As you said, its job is to find and prevent waste, fraud, and abuse of the $814 billion in stimulus spending. They're going to have their second meeting on November 22nd, and the story is where they're going to have it, which is the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Phoenix, Arizona. Ritz-Carlton is kind of synonymous with high-end, luxurious accommodations, and that's where the group that is monitoring the wasteful spending of stimulus money is going to meet.
Now, they will probably get, quote, government rates staying there, but the whole idea, do they need to travel all the way to Arizona to do this, number one? And the idea, like the Ritz, I mean, when you think of the Ritz, you don't think of how do we best use American taxpayer money.
Well, the message that the board wants to send, and the larger group, which is called the Recovery, Accountability, and Transparency Board, the so-called RAT board, the message they want to send is that they're carefully tending the nation's tax dollars. I mean, they're watching every dollar that's spent. You know, Vice President Biden has been pushing this for months and months. Accountability, transparency, being careful with government funds. So the idea of spending them at the Ritz-Carlton, it just sends a bad message. They did an earlier meeting at a Hyatt in Massachusetts.
That's expensive too. Wait, can't they do it here?
Well, they could do it in Washington, but I mean, you could make the argument that they want to go out into the country, various places, and hear what people's concerns are. Part of this meeting is public. Members of the public can go to this meeting. Part of it is going to be private. But it's not a question of whether they should go out into the field and listen to people. It's a question of where you stay and what kind of message you send.
How much is it going to, any idea, like, how much is it going to cost American people? Like, are they staying a couple extra days? Or, I mean, how long are they going to be there?
Well, we don't know their plans.
Do they bring their spouses?
There are 5 members of the board. They are paid. They are also successful in their other life. One of them was a very successful fundraiser for the Obama campaign in 2008, bundled about $200,000 for the Obama campaign. We don't know what their plans are going to be. Here again, the big message is where they're having it.
You know, I keep harping on this 9.6% unemployment rate, and the whole idea of the stimulus bill was to create jobs to get us off the 9.6, which we haven't gotten off in almost 2 years. A lot of people without jobs, but the idea is, like, who is so tone deaf? Who is so? I mean, to me, in my wildest dreams, I can't imagine anyone picking the Ritz to talk about waste and fraud in terms of when you're talking about taxpayer money, when Americans are really, really hurting.
Yeah, it would be funny if it weren't true. I mean, we do see these signs all over the place. This project brought to you by the American Recovery Act and all of that kind of stuff. So when you get reports like this out, it tends to undermine that message for all those people. And Arizona has a lot of foreclosures. Arizona itself has been hard hit. And it's just the Ritz is a mixed message for them.
All right, viewers, write your congressman, write the White House about this one. Byron, thank you.
Thank you.